Third inning brought to you by Pulse Technology. Railcats trail by 5 entering this inning. 5 runs scoring for Chicago in the bottom of the second on 5 hits. There was 1 error, no one left on base. Barron Radcliffe will lead it off. And after a long inning out in the field, the Railcats are hoping to have a long inning at the plate. Keep everyone off their feet, keep them in the dugout, keep them hydrated. Barron Radcliffe will take a strike. Lundgren starting him off with a fastball in the outside corner. Radcliffe 210 average, 6 home runs. That leads the Railcats with 18 RBIs. Ball down low. A extreme shift on Barron Radcliffe, if you want to call it that. Brantley Bell backing up in the shallow right. Kuziak playing where second base normally would. And then Stroop playing where shortstop normally would be. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a late swing there from Radcliffe, now 1-2. Barron 0 for 4 day yesterday. Struck out the 1 time, put the ball on the ground the other 3 times. One of them was off the end of the bat right at Dusty Stroop in this extreme shift. Lundgren agreeing on the sign from Morris. And he strikes out Radcliffe on the slider. Third strikeout for Lundgren. He's recorded a strikeout in every inning thus far as Olivier Basabe will come up. For the first time since joining the Railcats, Olivier missed 2 games. Reason for that is he took a ball off the nail. His finger was swollen, and first pitch to Olivier. It's inside, 1-0. Of course, you come back from a finger injury, and then the first pitch you see runs a little bit inside, close to that same hand. I guess in Kane County, the ball had hit off the lip and jumped up and got Basabe just right on that nail, 1-0. And a little bit outside, now 2-0. So his finger was swollen, and I was able to see it today. The swelling has gone down. The nail is still a interesting color. I think that's a good way of describing it without grossing anyone out. 2-0. Now 3 balls and no strikes. Basabe's been an Iron Man for the Railcats. Only missed 1 game last year. This year, 237 average, 6 doubles. He has driven in 5 with 16 walks, 16 strikeouts. 3-0. Make that 17 walks and 16 strikeouts. Basabe becomes the second Railcat to reach today, as Elvis Peralta led off the game with a walk against Lundgren. And for Lundgren, walks can be a bit of an issue. We look early on, through his first 4 starts, he gave up 11 walks. That's almost 3 a game. Then the last 3, which were all against the Cleburne Railroaders, 17 innings, just 4 walks. He's been able to find the strike zone more often than not. Pitches from the stretch. Cooper Edwards moving out of the way. 5 straight misses from Lundgren. Good opportunity for the Railcats to strike after they watched the Dogs put up a crooked number in the bottom of the second. Cooper Edwards, a right-handed hitter. The backstop for the Railcats today, batting 9th. Peralta's on deck. Throw over the first, and Basabe doesn't have to get dirty. Edwards played in the matinee matchup against the Cougars. He went 0 for 2, but he got walked twice, drove in a run, and he scored himself. I would call that a good day from the Railcats catcher. Cooper Edwards waving and missing at the 1-0 to make it 1-1. Edwards currently on a 3-game on-base streak. He'd been really working on loading a little bit earlier so he can make better decisions at the plate, not expanding the zone as often. Misfire there from Lundgren. It was in the dirt, 2-1. There's one time the Railcats were having batting practice, and Swazi was standing behind Edwards and was yelling at him, "Start sooner." And why Swazi was telling him that is that you want to exaggerate it a little bit in batting practice so it translates into the games. 2-1. And there's a strike. Borderline pitch, but Lundgren gets the call. 2-2, and Cooper Edwards looking back at Sandberg. You can tell that Coop didn't really like the call there, and not going to use his 1 timeout. Looked like he might consider it, though. Basabe's at first, 5-0 Dogs, top of the 3rd inning. Lundgren going home, and Edwards fouling it away. Cooper from Amarillo, Texas. Went to Cameron University in Oklahoma. Cool part about Kane County is that in the clubhouses, they put the number, the name, and then what school or country you went to. And first time I've ever seen the Cameron University logo. Pitch home, and it's a hard shot down the line. Cooper Edwards gets a base hit. Basabe's rounding second. He is heading to third. Edwards will go to second. It's a double for Cowboy Coop. How about it? You throw Brantley Bell to end the second. Basabe gets the walk, then Cooper Edwards gets the Sandra Lee's in-home care, first hit of the game. And that's the second double that Cooper Edwards has hit against the Chicago Dogs, his third double on the season. I know somewhere here at Impact Field, Mr. and Mrs. Edwards have to be pretty excited. Made the trip from Amarillo. They've been here in Illinois all week. Seeing their son throw out a runner and then getting the double, setting the stages for the Railcats to chip away at this 5-run deficit they're currently facing. Back to the top with Elvis Peralta. Peralta, half-hearted attempt swing there, fouled it down the line. He was out on the front foot. And Peralta has had a couple of big RBI games, 2 4 RBI games this season, one of them against the Winnipeg Goldeyes. For someone hitting the leadoff, he certainly has had a knack for the theatrics this season. 0-1. And there's a line drive to center field. Reggie Pruitt pulling up on it. It will fall. Basabe's coming home. Now here comes Cooper Edwards. There'll be a play at the plate, and Edwards is safe. 2-run score on the Elvis Peralta single to center, and the Railcats are chipping away. It's now 5-2. Just about to mention that Elvis Peralta is batting .600 when there's runners in scoring position. That will certainly go up as Peralta on board for the second time, picks up 2 more RBIs. And after watching the Dogs put up a crooked number, the Railcats trying to make their way back into this game. Put Elvis at 20 RBIs this season. Nick Olch up. 3 straight men have reached for the Railcats, and a strike to Nick Olch. Hit the bottom of the zone. Could see that smile all the way up here in the booth. Peralta got the first base and looked into the dugout. Everyone cheering for him. Nick Olch into a double play. It's slider just a bit outside. Good layoff by Olch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Olch ended his 5-game on-base streak yesterday, and he's looking good. Out in left field, made a play earlier. That lower leg injury not hampering him as much as it did when he first suffered it. Check over the first. From what I was able to gather from Olch was that one day he was playing left field, and I'm not sure if it was at the Steel Yard or in another ballpark. Might have been in Sioux City, where he was backing up and stepped and slipped on the wet surface, and then that's what led to the leg injury. Peralta's going. Olch puts it on the ground, and it's foul. Railcats going for the old-fashioned hit and run here to try and generate another run. Railcats just scored 2 on Peralta's single. But then Olch was on the shelf for a little bit, and this was after he had gone on a pretty lengthy hitting streak, going 12 for 41. That was a .293 average. And then he went on a 5-game on-base streak before he was on the shelf for 8 more days. Looking better and better as the days go along. Olch sending one away. We remain at 1-2. And Olch was hitting towards the bottom of the order yesterday. Jairus Richards getting the day off. So Olch hitting in Richards' normal spot at 2. Peralta tied for second in stolen bases, over at first. He's got a good lead over there, bouncing back and forth. He holds. Breaking ball outside. Good layoff by Olch, 2-2. Nick Olch, tall fella at 6'4", 200 pounds from Northern California. He is a left-handed hitter. Resting the bat on his shoulder. Slightly open stance, Lindgren, long pause, the pitch. And Olch hits it right to Teeter. And once again, it's Elvis Peralta getting into a rundown, but instead, it'll be Teeter that takes him himself. An unassisted double play for Jacob Teeter ends the third, but the Railcats score 2 runs on 2 hits. No one left on. And the new score is the Dogs 5, Railcats 2, heading into the home half of the third inning.